Well, this is off to a cracking start. So, just in case anyone's wondering, I don't meet the eligibility criteria to go live on YouTube. So even though they've been offering me that as an option and pestering me about it, I'm not actually allowed to. So thanks for that, YouTube. Thoroughly appreciate it. So I'm going to do it live on here, then hopefully I can download the video and just upload it to my channel later. But we've got a lot to get through, so I'm just going to start. I really don't care if people are watching or not. I just need to get through this. So, the story behind this is that this came up on a recycling page, and it belonged to a chap whose dad had brought him matchbooks and boxes home 50 years worth. He was a small boy when he started this collection, and people on there started trying to harvest it. They wanted the ones that were worth money, or they wanted to build matchbox houses and sell them on Etsy. Either way, someone was out there to profit from it, and I didn't want to see this collection get split up because it's only really valuable from a historic perspective as a collection, the fact that somebody cared enough to put this together. So I swooped in and I took them off his hands, and they're in a loving home, and now I'm just going to document them. So, like I say, people can watch, people can not watch. I really don't mind. Let's just get cracking, shall we? Because as you can see, there's a lot in here. This is the Magnificent Seven. Stately homes, I would imagine, throughout England. Blenheim Palace, Woburn, Bewley, Longleat. Spent a good number of times there. Warwick, obviously. Castle Howard, Howard House. Get this. Full house. Never raced or rallied. In case you're wondering, the striker strips on the back on this one. I'm going to be pausing briefly just to let people look. Obviously, hopefully once it's finished, you'll be able to go back and take a propaganda if you want to at the stuff you're interested in. But yeah, so obviously there's a lot here. Yeah, I've said what I need to say. I can't rehearse, so I can't stop and go back. So this is an Alfa Romeo concept car, I believe, 1300 Junior Z. That may have been a production car. Was that what the Sud became, maybe? Okay, I'm not really up on Alphas, I must admit. Lots of Italian there. God, my hands are awful, don't they? I've been working. I'm never going to make it as a hand model anyway. I've already resigned myself to that fact. Beautiful, I think, Japanese. Yeah. Matsuzakaya department. And these are lovely. The white tips. How cool are they? There's something so cool about this collection because matches are inherently a disposable item. This stuff doesn't get preserved unless somebody sits and actually collects it. How's my framing, by the way? Let me know if I can't quite see what's going on here. So I'm trying to see what I'm doing while also actually show you the matches, obviously. Made in Switzerland. Foo Fighters edition. Of course. Oh, this is going to be a time of this. The original Swan Vesta. Lovely. Local car dealership around these parts. Hartwell's in Kidlington for all your Leyland truck requirements. Used. That's what I love about some of this stuff is it actually they have been used, you know. Woodbines. So I don't know when they stopped. I must admit, I know surprisingly little about Woodbine cigarettes. Maybe someone can shed some light on when they sort of stopped being sold. Some of this stuff's fallen apart. It's 50 years old, if not older. I don't know if this guy inherited some of this collection when he was a kid, and maybe that sort of started him off. Restaurant 15 Magdalen Street in Oxford under Jaegers. Wow. Okay, so I had absolutely no idea that place even existed. Saraceno. Whereabouts on Magdalen Street is that? Number 15. Be down the far end, wouldn't it? Near where the Goldfish Bowl is, perhaps? There's a lot of these sort of collection ones as well. Some of it is ancient, and I would have no clue as to the history. But there are some fascinating things in here. This is cool. How's this for a promo? Right. Choice blend matches, the finest deluxe Scotch whiskey. It's got whiskey in it. No, I'm not going to ever open this. Seems criminal to open something that awesome. But yeah, it's survived all these years. Packed and distributed from the Paisley Shawl Town. Pembury Supply Company. Oh, so that... Bizarre, because it's got like a fake strike strip on one side as well. But it is just printed. You can see it's shiny. It's printed into the cardboard, so... Very odd. Oh, this is one of my very favourites that I've been able to find so far. This is a proper piece of mid-century history. The Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Eighth wonder of the world. I'm going to say this is probably from the early 1960s, looking at the artwork. It's got a very Jetsons vibe to it. And blue sparkles. How cool is that? I think that's had, one or two been used. So we don't need to feel too bad that this stuff's just been sat in a collection. These things have been used, just not to within an inch of their life. Again, I know nothing about half this stuff. It's got a Mexico, looks like a duty style sticker on it, perhaps. Perla. Beautiful bit of painted artwork on that one. This stuff just blows my mind. They put so much effort into something that was just disposable, you know? Like, you would have used these without a second's thought, thrown this gorgeous little bit of artwork, little time capsule, just chucked it in the bin and never given it a second thought. No different to me throwing away Rizzler packets. I mean, yeah, by these standards, they're really bland. But sooner or later, people are going to look back and go, oh, I remember those. And it's, this is a box of that sort of stuff. There are some really amazing local places in here. So the George, this just over the road, still got some chef's matches in there. What I love about this is it this one? No, it's not this one. Apologies. But still. And situated between Henley and Oxford, I would say, especially the fact it's missing the area code, I would say this is pre the Dorchester bypass, because that was the only way you could get between Henley and Oxford was to go through Dorchester. At that point, the main road that we know nowadays wasn't there. Not until the mid-80s was that road built, actually. So, yeah, like I say, these are amazing little time capsules, silly little bits of information that you may not know were even worth knowing. And then you go, oh, I didn't know that. Of course, that road had to be built at some point. Bryant and Mays. Brian Mays safety match. Some of these haven't changed in decades, so they're going to be fairly unremarkable. I'm not meaning to just blow past them, but I mean, there's no point in me showing you an empty box with no label on it, you know. Very, very old packet of cigarettes. Players, Waits, Virginia cigarettes. That's lovely. Cigarettes are made from the finest Virginia tobacco and will be found to be rich and cool in smoking. Oh, I'd give anything to be rich or cool. And yet here I am in my work clothes on a Saturday going through a Matchbox collection in my tiny garage. Koalas. Again, just nice little... I mean, somebody painted that, you know. Anybody who can read whatever language that is, feel free. Like I say, these are from all over the world. This guy's dad must have travelled everywhere certificate of authenticity for something, a brand of cigarette or something like that. This guy's dad must have travelled all over the world to get some of these. They're so bizarre, some of them, and then some of them are just from places 2 miles up the road. You know, Sherwood Securities Limited. No idea about those guys. Just starting to tickle at the idea of an area code now. A couple of relatives. These are from. Oh my god! This is the 40th anniversary of Penguin Books from 1935 to 1975. So these on their own are nearly 50 years old. Look at the condition they're in. Oh, they're even printed with Penguin Books. That's so cool. Yeah, like I say, I couldn't see this get harvested for what people wanted to make money out of. BOAC promotional matchbook, sorry, excuse me. This one would have had continents on it. So yeah, that's so lovely. Lovely mid-century modern artwork as well, very Jetsons looking. That's an old one. I'll see if at some point I can date these and maybe do some more specific videos separating them into periods of time, but there's just so much to get through at this point. Barnardos. Yeah. You could sign up for their mailing list by sending this matchbook back to them. Everybody had a different way of sort of promoting their brand as well. Different ways of engaging with customers or not. This one's cool. It's plastic. I didn't even know that was a thing. Entirely plastic insert as well. This is for Premix Concrete, and they were in Boars Hill. I don't know if they're still there. Are Premix still there? Let me know. Very cool, though. Oh, it's one of their trucks. I wonder if that's sun-faded, because that yellow is a bit hard to make out, but yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's one of... Oh, well, that would be one of their trucks, but I wonder if that's faded and was originally a bit more vibrant than that. What we got here? Crop Industries. GmbH. Oh my goodness. Look at those. They're like little ICBMs. That is the most vivid magenta, and yes, it is as metallic as it looks on the film, by the way. So they start out quite reddish, and then, yeah, that's nuts. Lovely picture of a harbour there. Stunning bridge in the background. Yeah. Industrial plants, raw material engineering, materials handling and steel structures. I wonder if those guys built or supplied the parts for that bridge then. Wow. Just, it was so common for people to have smoked back then that obviously people just... It was just a done thing. Well, it's like a business card nowadays, you know. Just hand out a matchbook. Every time they light a cigarette, which was a lot back then, they're going to think of you. Some information written just there. Jean and Harold Smith at the Beechwood Hotel in Kersley. Okay. That's out, oh, God, that's up by Coventry. There we go. This is what I mean. I think this guy went all over the world. So far, we've had Texas, Birmingham, Dorchester-on-Thames, Germany, Italy, Mexico, Scotland. Like, this guy went everywhere. And it seems that he got through a couple of darts as well. Will Serve Tyre Services Limited. So they're Reading. Is this the one I'm thinking of with the black with the yellow tips on it? Yeah. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. No sparkles this time, I'm afraid, but still very cool. Nice delicate little, like an after dinner cocktail cigarette, perhaps. Something that would have come in your hotel room, maybe. Thistle Hotels. I hope this is focusing right. I'm trying to sort of keep half an eye out. Oh, they were a chain. I don't recall a Thistle Hotels chain. There we go. What else have we got? Glassicos. Some bums. Okie dokie. What is this? Whoopsie daisy, sorry. Not the best tripod in the world. More Spanish matches, so a lot of time spent in Spain by the look of things. I'd be fascinated to know what this chap did for a job. Alright, so these are very cool. There's a red one in here as well somewhere that I'm now not going to be able to find. It's a shame some of them, I am trying to be as careful as I can, but I also, you know what I mean, I need to expedite somewhat. Oh, is that it? There it is. Nope, that's a Dunhill. Never mind. Anyway, so these were celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Women's Institute. Black on peppermint green. That's a classic mid-century colour, isn't it? Beautiful. I can't believe I've done so few of these so far. I feel like I've barely even made a dent. This collection is becoming an albatross around my neck because I keep trying to document it and I just keep running out of steam because there's so much. It could do really with going to an expert, but where do you begin looking for someone who you know is going to look after it and who knows what they're talking about? That's the red one. And black on red that time. That's cool. Black matches are wicked. Jesus. What's this? Celebrate at the Celebrity, Mayfair's famous late night restaurant. Floor show twice nightly. Jesus Christ, man, they were hardcore. 10:30 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. This is just so cool. Lovely. Vintage Dunhill. With the gold on the back, very classy. That's a pleasing colour combination, that. My God. 1980s Superdrug logo, perhaps? Maybe 70s? That's right. You go to the drugstore to get cough medicine for your smoker's cough, and on the way out of the door, you could pick up some matches for your cigarettes that were causing your smoker's cough. Bryant and May Puck matches. No idea what they are. Average of 40 contents in that one. Index safety matches made in Italy. Tuppence. I think these would have had some sort of a collector's sticker on the back. But long gone, well, not gone, but rustled off in the box. Some of the, like I say, some of these are just falling to pieces. Alas. Very, very cool drag boat. Embassy Racing. No year on that one. Not even a copyright. That's interesting. Yeah. Schooner Inns. Always a warm welcome. Again, they've got the monogrammed, not monogrammed. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. Where were these guys based? There was one in Dunstable, Eastbourne, Middlesbrough, Nottingham, Reading, Stafford, Sunderland, Windsor. Lovely. This is the one I was going to say to you about earlier. So, at some point in the past, there were 3 pubs, all owned by the same guy/small company. Jerry Stonehill, there we go. If anyone might remember Jerry Stonehill, he ran the George, the Swan, and the Plough, from what I can gather. Oh, those are Bryant and Mays as well. Never used that one. Whoa, that's cool. I wouldn't like to run the gauntlet of working out which language that is. It's a bit of a minefield. Yep, Edison Plant Hire. Very cool. That's a cool logo. Like that. Huh. That was interesting. Letterbox just fell out of the ceiling of my garage and hit my keyboard and booted my computer back up. So apologies if the lighting's just changed in here. Hotel shop service, news kiosks, limited. White balance, please, let's not play this game. Oh, the puzzler. That's cool. 70s? 80s? My God, I have barely made a dent in this. Right, Pioneer. Pretty standard fare, but that is from the early 1970s then, my guess would be. Household Guide to the Metric System, I would imagine. Mac Markets, USSR made. So, pre that. This is so cool. This is the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is from 1974. And it's the the schedule fixtures. That's the one. I'd love to have seen what the matches themselves look like. But yeah, that's an American football helmet, obviously. Cincinnati. Just, how do you travel this much? Leeds permanent. Bath Street. It's a very official looking matchbook. What were those guys? Bank of some description, maybe? Building society. That's gorgeous. It's a Mystea. I just realised I spent all that time doing that and it's written in another language. Hague Whiskey. Still with the pretentious ad campaigns. That's good. I'm glad it's not just now that they do that. That's very cool though. That's got to be 80s, hasn't it? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the Japanese seem to like the white head on their matches. But just... it's just so lovely, isn't it? Centuries old restaurant in the tea ceremony style. And then the Mac White Wire Rope Company. Wisconsin. New 7 flex wire rope. And I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but these are like a pale, very pale blue. Are we thinking industry? Lots of restaurants, lots of hotels, and then all of a sudden, industrial stuff. This is another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. Happy birthday, America. Bicentennial, 1976. I would have assumed you would probably have gotten one of each founding father every time you pick this up. There might be the rest of the collection in here. You do realise, by the way, I haven't even come close to looking like I've made a dent in this. Do you see what I mean? That's why it might have to be done a bit. I run out of energy, to be honest. Not now, but I have run out of energy in the past. I've tried to document this 4 times in videos, and I just run out of steam. And because they're matches, you have to put them away so they're safe. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to start all over again. Conceiters. King size filters. That's pretty cool. They've got a staggered print on them, look. Yeah. Not busting a lot to say about that one, to be honest. Wheelers. Wheelers of London. Very classy looking. Jesus, that's all their branches. Pub chain. Maybe you would have just gotten those generically as you ran your part of the pub chain. Right, this is a really special one. I found this the other day and it actually put a bit of a lump in my throat because this is all things that I like. It's retro, it's to do with cars, it's more specifically to do with the long departed British Leyland, and it's also to do with an absolute underdog of a vehicle. This is a promotional matchbook for the launch of the Allegro, which is a good car. I don't care what anyone says. Where would you find one of these now? They were so proud of it. Even had the Austin emblazoned on the... I wonder if the other one said Allegro, maybe, alternating. The new driving force from Austin. All of that's gone now. Just crazy to think that this silly little bit of cardboard that you'd use to set fire to a stick of tobacco and give yourself cancer with is a proper time capsule to a time that will never happen again. When now would you expect a company to encourage you to try out their business by giving you the ability to light a cigarette? That is just unthinkable by today's standards. But it was just so common, as you can see. So, yeah, the George, the Plough, the Swan, the Bear and the Ragged Staff. So that's Jerry Stono. I don't know if he'd taken another one on versus the other one we did, or if he got rid of the Bear and Ragged Staff. Don't know which way round. Oh, cheers, Chris. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of interesting history in here. Stufa Hotels? Illinois? You're joking. They could have put a bit more effort into the matches themselves, obviously, but this guy's been... What, look, Spain, Italy, Germany. So far, America-wise, we've had Cincinnati, Illinois, Texas. He's been to Japan and Dorchester-on-Thames and Reading. What a life this guy must have led, you know? Some stunning stuff in here. Like, some of them are fairly... Like, this one's a little bit generic, but it's as important as the rest of them. Oh, I don't know, actually. I do love that line drawing on the back. I'm going to guess that they were a very sort of new age hotel chain that had some very futuristic looking hotels. That's a very artsy-fartsy rendition of a building, isn't it? That's the place the architects all stay when they're out. Pisces, so I would assume this is a... Sorry, this is just bits that fall off. I would assume there would have been one of each zodiac sign, perhaps, for you to collect. Newsagents, football facts. Oxford United FC, founded in 1896 as Headington United. There you go. Division 3 champions 1968. Made in the heart of Finland. Okay. Many nights spent with a bottle of pop and a packet of crisps at the Bear and Ragged Staff. Well, there we go, Chris. Look. Yeah. It's so... it's amazing that those memories are just sat there on a piece of card, you know? It's the old Bell, Graiseley Green, Reading. This is the other... Oh, that's cool. This is the other thing. 90% of these places are going to be gone now. And they're either going to be a Costa or a Greggs or a charity shop. THF Hotels. I've never even heard of them. Over 800 worldwide. Well, they weren't particularly local to me, in fairness. Yeah, it's just... It's pretty mind-blowing to me, really. Some of this is the only trace... That's cool. Yeah, some of these are absolutely the only trace left of some of these businesses that were once big enough to warrant going out and spending good money over bad on matchboxes and matchbooks. When the Wien Hilton? Whoa, that's epic. Some of the dies started to leach out on the back, as you can see. Okay, that looks German. Oh, Pretty mint artwork right there. Yeah, that's very cool. Set tyres, recommend and sell Dunlop throughout the south of England. You ever heard of them? Because I haven't. Gone. It's just crazy to me. Again, some more basic ones, but France. That one's from. So we can now add France to the list of places this chap's been. Continental Air Transport Company. Ground transportation for airline passengers. Jesus. That's from the States, isn't it? Yep. Locations in the US. This is just nuts. I've actually got backache. I've been doing this so long and I've barely touched any of it. Anchor Hotels. Oof. I might have to roll a ciggy in a minute. Yeah. Anchor Hotels. Oh yeah, I fell off the wagon again. Don't be mad at me. Imagine smoking on a plane. I know, right? Smoking or non-smoking, sir. Original JPS. Look at that crest. And the underside of it is the striker strip, and it's been run. This has just got a mix and match of different types of matches in here, but I still think it's lovely. And then there is a relative of that in here. Nice little Christmas novelty. And again, the underside of that is your striker strip. A lot of crystallization on that one. That must have been quite an aggressive... Because it was smaller, they probably mixed up a slightly more aggressive chemical compound, I would imagine. Now, this is going to be almost impossible to make out, but that is a Carlsberg one. Probably would have been sat at a bar next to the big glass ashtrays with the big notches in that I love to bits. Oh, that's a slightly better one there. Jesus. I mean, I am just not getting anywhere with this. Whew. Mendip Lodge. Somerset. Blimey. Was that offensive? Could I get in trouble for that yet? New Zealand. Oh my god. Those are cool. Kiwi green. They thought of everything. Royal Marines recruitment. It's a great life in the Royal Marines. According to them. Who am I to argue? I don't know. Right. How's this for a bit of gorgeous old school branding? Sainsbury's. Product of... doesn't exist anymore. Just awesome. Nothing in there. I'm going to say 70s with that sort of purple and orange livery. Although, actually, I don't know. Sainsbury's have always had that. My Sainsbury's uniform was like a mauve colour with an orange piping around the edge of it. I felt really cool wearing that. ACL, Cunard, shipping and haulage, right? Yeah. Yep. Container company. Holy look at that art with it. So simple. How industrial. Sorry, I'm just reading Chris's comment. Yes, Chris, I know. The box itself is an antique, isn't it? Gorgeous. Been through the wars. I can imagine it's probably the box this was always kept in. That's why I've kept it all together. And I don't really want to separate this into another box if I can help it, because it belongs in here. But I think in order to document the fact that any of this stuff existed, I need to separate it out just while I work through and then put it all back in. But again, you've got to put it back in carefully. You can't just pour them in because they're matches. If a wayward match out of here hits a striker from there, the whole lot's going to go up like a firework. So, yeah, I've still got to think that one through. Dog. Spain. Dog, Spain. Provinces. Lorraine, is that? I'm showing my idiocy now. Is that Spain or France? Spain. Spain. Spain? I think Spain. I don't know. Let's move on. This is Ulster. Old school Benson and Hedges. Look at that. My camera will focus. I'd imagine these are just standard fair matches. Oh no, got... What was it with the... I wonder what this colour was about. Bit of ASMR for you. I'd love to know what the story was with the mauve. Mauve. I've got the Sainsbury's uniform on my mind now. That really bright magenta pink. I would really love to know. AP Automotive. Jeez. Do you know, again, I've been through this so many times and still it's just as fascinating every time I look through it. Yeah, B&H are brutal cigarettes. The Well-Drive Disco. Brookmead Drive, Wallingford, 28. That's just round the corner from... Huh. I worked literally... Oh. Okay. I thought they were out. They're not out. It's all right. How to get lifted from Facebook in two of the... Christmas greetings. Let's just move on. Oh, man, that's proper Christmas stuff, isn't it? None of this silly ice blue bloody LED lights and miserable silver and white everything with no colour to it at all. Small feline creature of some sort. It's a cat, apparently. Right. Ship haven't really changed, have they? Let's be honest. Ship have been like this the whole time. Next chapter in the history of the Swan Vesta. So cool. Where's the other Swan Vesta? You can see you can see, look, I started out really organised and then I've just realised how much there is to go. So, yeah, but side by side, that's an old one, isn't it? They're both old, obviously, but wow. Very cool. Silver Sun. If your first day back in the sun means a red nose and a raw back. Yeah. Deep even tan. Suntan Company. Tested and proved by the BOAC research unit used by British cricket and football teams abroad. Well, there we go then. Put your sunblock on. You wouldn't want to get cancer now, would you? As morbid as that sounds, the irony is not lost on me that they're promoting sun cream on a box of matches. I love it, though. It's just such an interesting time. Zodiac signs. Venezuela. That's where they were made. It's not like any zodiac sign I've ever seen. Horny teapot. Another Bernardus one. Is this one got the little... Yep, so this has got the mailing list in it as well. Yeah, Chris, I just saw your comment. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Swan Vestas. There's quite a few of those in here, actually. It's quite nice to see the different periods of time. Oh, there's some exposed matches in there. I'll have to tread carefully. National Ash Association Incorporated. Washington, D.C. Ash grey. They could have just made those white, but they actually made them a specific shade. That's a lovely old style logo. I love these old industrial logos. I keep an eye out for them whenever I go on. If I go down some like crappy little side street and there's loads of old industrial buildings that haven't been occupied for years, I always try and keep an eye out for the old signs. I love the old logos. Hotel Domus, Germany. St. Anne Street. Those are cool. Probably gold originally. Maybe they faded a little. Either way, they shouldn't be open. So, oh, I see. That's the troublemaker, that one. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. The Snooty Fox in Tetbury, Gloucester. Oh, that's cool. Ah, see? So these guys cheaped out. They doubled up. So one side is La Coque d'Or, and the other side is the Snooty Fox. You could call it cross-promotion. I call it getting twice as much promo for your money, to be honest. Great collection, Power. I love Matchboxes. You have an absolute beast of a collection. Thank you, Michael. I wish I could take credit for it. These were going to be, obviously I'm cognizant of the fact that this is a live stream, so people are going to have missed bits of the story. A guy put this on Wallingford Recycle a while ago, and a bunch of hyenas tried to swoop in and harvest the stuff that was worth money, or they wanted to make like crappy little Matchbox houses out of it, and it exists as a collection. This guy's spent like 50 years collecting these, and I couldn't see that happen, so I went and picked them up from him. And now I'm just trying to document them. This is my 5th go, and I think the fact I'm doing it live and I've got people who are clearly interested is keeping my motivation up, because I've tried 4 times previously to document all of them, and it's just not happening. Yeah. Another old school B&H. God, that one's barely been used. Only 1 match took out of that one. Yeah, there's something about smoking paraphernalia. I don't know what it is. It's just it was such a. It's reflective of the time, I think. Oh, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I just couldn't see it happen. It just seemed so out of order that everybody wanted to profiteer over this guy's memories. It's just not on. Pre-area code, pre-normal phone number 49639. Yeah, Bees Catering Service. Wonder if they're still around. You never know. Some of these companies evolve, some of them go under. One for all you Bay City Rollers fans. Tartan beer. Wow, that's cool. Oh, I know, Steve. I couldn't bring myself to sell them, mate, to be honest. Like I say, this guy spent a lot of time sort of collecting these, and it just seems a bit of a shame to split the gang up, as it were. He said he started collecting them about 50 years ago. God, the upper reaches in Abingdon. Wow. Lovely, like, outline drawing of the spire in Abingdon. Oh, this one's got matches in too. Oh, that's like... You'd struggle to get colours like that now. They're probably radioactive. That's probably why they're such a nice vivid blue. Turn the lights off and they glow. Oh dear. What's this guy? But another big house. Another very big house. Madrid. It doesn't actually say what that building is. If anybody knows, I know a few of my friends have been to other bits of the world. I haven't. Believe it or not, I still have never been abroad. I don't have a passport. I always have holidays in the UK. So yeah. Some of these places, obviously, you may actually look at and go, oh, I've seen that. I've actually been out there. Fribourg and Treyer tobacconists and cigar merchants. Yeah. How many of those are still around? There just aren't any, are there? These guys were in Haymarket in London. They're probably quite a upmarket posh company, I would imagine. Again, a tobacconist was that was a source of pride back in the days when everybody smoked. The Bull in Streatley. Fine old inn serving good food and wine. Oh, those are cool. I would be interested, if it's not for the fact that I don't want to strike them. I'd love to know why some of these got such tiny little heads on them. Is it so they don't flare up in the smoker's face as they light, maybe? I don't know. Telephone number, Goring-on-Thames, 2507. I've just seen a comment, bear with me. I'm trying to keep track of the comments, because otherwise I look like I'm ignoring people. They may scroll past before I notice them, but I'll try. Any collection... Oh God. Oh no, Kyle's... I shouldn't have touched it. Jesus, there's loads of comments on here. I'm sorry I haven't been replying, guys. It's not out of rudeness. I just haven't seen the phone. Let's move on. Oh, hang on. Any collection should never be split, and it's worth more than the money. It's the time, effort, and a minimum, and a pass on to the kids. It's history that matters, and it's even better seeing the ones containing matches. So glad you rescued these. And as for holidays, I agree. I don't go to foreign holidays either. Hate the heat and love our landscape. Yeah, I mean, there are parts of the world I'd love to see. You're absolutely spot on about the collection, by the way. This will always belong to the guy I got it from. I'm just a curator. Like so many of these old things, I'm just a curator. It's no different to owning a museum. I'm just looking after them long enough that when I pop my clogs, they're still around for the next generation to get their hands on, you know? And that's that's the mission statement with this whole thing, really. And if I document it digitally and God forbid something happens to them, they were there. And not split up and thrown on fucking Etsy, you know what I mean? Pardon my French. Oh, this is not... This is not the Durex that you guys are thinking of. They make wire cloth. How they hadn't heard of Durex, I don't know, but oh yeah, Durexcel. Oh, they did used to sell. They did used to sell rubber though. Oh dear. Come on, Kyle, back on track. Right. Yeah, that's very cool. Nice and plain, very industrial. Where were they? Windfall. I'm going on these area codes. I'm going to say the US. Oh, Windfall, Indiana, or Luck, Wisconsin. God damn, really? I mean, that's not even a touristy place to go. This guy worked in industry. There's no two ways about it. Downtowner Motor Inns. That looks like the... Come on. Do not start with me now, phone. Right. God, that actually worked. Downtowner Motor Inns. Albuquerque, New Mexico. But that looks like the crest off the side of a 50s Ford. Ah, all gone. Free parking and TV, hi-fi, reservation service. Phone-a-towner. I don't know what that means. Heated swimming pool. Private meeting rooms. Ultra-modern accommodations in the heart of downtown. In Albuquerque. Wow. So I was a bit overwhelmed by that. It's a very... Oh, I love these BOAC ones. Are just so cool. They were so proud of it. Cheers, Chris. Thanks for tagging along, mate. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, mate. That's awesome. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. USA, Canada, football. Oh, it's just lovely. It's getting rude. Just for the benefit of if I put this one up on YouTube. This video, I mean, if I find a way of downloading it and putting it on YouTube, pre-warning, fair warning, 3, 2, 1, yes. Oh Christ, what's that? Ugh. Oh God. This reminds me of my boyfriend. Made in Japan. What is that around there? I don't... Is that meant to be like that or what? Oh my God, it's a bit of spring-loaded rubber tube. Back in the day before that went all soft and... Oh, that feels really inappropriate the more... Oh my God, I've just realised what was supposed to happen. This would have been pressing up. It's a piece of rubber tube. You can see down the back of it. I would have been pressing against the lid, and when you opened it, it would... Oh, all the time in the world for that. I hadn't noticed that before. I'd seen the artwork and thought nothing more of it. That's absolutely brilliant. Oh, dear me. Oh, I can guarantee you that would have been a favourite. Yeah, me too, Steve. Woo. And the total opposite of that now, join our local townswomen's guild. National Union of Townswomen's Guilds. I can't get over that one. That's top notch. Oh. Some sort of fruit on there. Whoa, those are weird. Oh, they're greasy. Oh, no, they're not. Are they plastic? Jesus Christ, those are plastic matchsticks. I think that's plastic. It looks like it could be, doesn't it? Maybe. Oh, it's got a coating. I don't know. Weird, though. They feel really strange. Okay. Ceramica Inglesa. Española. Was that offensive? Sorry if it was. Fair Deal Vintners. Wow. Guys, I am going to have a very quick break because my back is absolutely killing me. And I would imagine the longer this goes on, the more likely it's going to be to fail when it actually uploads, which means other people can't enjoy it. This is the problem with this collection, right? Oh, what a lovely old player's tin. But then you open it, there's like 600 collectible cards in there, and each one of them's a beautiful bit of hand-painted artwork. So, oh, cheers, Michael. No worries, mate. Yeah, I'll see you soon, bud. All the best, man. Nice to see you. Well, you know what I mean. Nice to rabbit on at you. Right, guys, I'm going to stop for a quick second anyway. I'll do a second live stream, I think, and then I'm probably just going to mash them all together and put them on a YouTube video later because my back is on fire. I just need to literally a 5-minute sit down, cigarette, get some airflow through here because I've got the door shut in the garage to keep the rabble out, obviously, because I'm so in demand. Yeah, so give me 10 minutes, all right? I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you for watching if you have as well. It's very kind.